Welcome to the Comic Cave, everybody. I'm Comic Man Andy. I like reading comic books, but you know what I like more? Our new Comic Book Day Wednesdays. With new comic books coming out, we're going to talk about it tonight. I'm pretty excited to see everybody roll into the chat tonight. We've got some great books to talk about tonight, some great reading, and even more fun is, boom, we got a trade with another community member, and we got 3 nice little Marvel keys to see if we can play around with. We're going to talk about it tonight as I slam those down. Happy new comic book day, everybody. If you enjoy reading comic books as much as I do, you are in the right place. It's Wednesday. Buckle up. Don't go anywhere. Who do we got hanging out ready in the chat? Come on, Mama saying whoop, whoop. What is up? X11 Bravo. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Mr. Ferd Bird the Nerd saying, I'm going to catch it on the rewind, yo. Yeah. Drop a like, hit subscribe, leave a comment, come back, watch on the replay, come hang out live, whatever to your heart's desire. It's New Comic Book Day Wednesday, everybody. I'm so excited. I'm pretty happy. I think we've had some success going into 2023. Come on, mama. What's up, comic fam? Thanks for being here. Good to see you. Happy Wednesday to the mini CEO and Zuni. I think we had some success, everybody. We're leading off 2023 on a good note. This is it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 books. Feeling pretty good about that. Not feeling overwhelmed. The past couple of weeks, we've made major strides in cleaning and organizing the collection because we're down to just a couple of stacks of books to finish reading and put away. And if you guys follow on Instagram, you saw the post last week. We posted like 10 short boxes came in and 5 of those hard graded comic boxes came in. So we had plenty of supplies to organize. And we spent this last weekend organizing like champs. I'm super excited for that because that means we're going to be even more organized to reach and achieve our goal for the year of 2023. What is that goal, you ask? What's up, Josh? Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. What is the goal for 2023? The goal of 2023 is that of the comic community. And you guys know I love blind CGC unboxings for the collection, but you guys get to win too. Every time we do a live CGC unboxing here on the channel, blind, because I don't like peeking at the grades. I like peeking at the grades, but I like being surprised. Every time we do one of those unboxings, we're going to be giving away a graded comic book in the live chat. Got to be live to win. So make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure you're not missing out there. The year of 2023 is that of the comic community, and we are giving back. And people are going to win graded books, but not just graded books during unboxings. That's right. All of the channel monetization, all of the ad revenue, everything from views, all the super chats and super stickers, everything that goes together. We're compiling at the end of the year. And if we can get a nice, cool Silver Age key graded book out there, and we can bring that and give that away to the comic community live into another CGC unboxing, the last one of the year, like a big shebang, big hurrah for the end of the year, we're going to do it. And I'm really excited because I think that's going to just make somebody's year. And I'm hoping that we can set some goals and make some strides to make that happen this year. We need your guys' help to do that. Share out the channel, share out the content, share out the live feeds. If you can share that out and we can find more viewers, the more viewers that we could, have come in, the more ad revenue the channel will garner or gain or whatever it is, and it'll stack up. We'll wait to the end of the year and we'll do a live show saying, here's our success, here's where we're at, and let's see if we can hunt down some cool keys. Because if we can get a couple and do a couple of giveaways, that'd be epic. That would be epic. Algorithm is in the chat. What is up? Thanks for being here. Mama just had to order new short boxes. Short boxes have been going up in price. It just made sense to order a bulk load from BCW and get them about $3 cheaper each doing it that way. So that was pretty awesome. And it's about the only way to get a really good price on those plastic graded comic book bins from BCW now is you got to buy them kind of in a larger quantity, like 5. Then you save like $13 or $14 off each one. And we ended up getting a discount code at the end and free shipping. So that was hard to beat. But we are going to jump into these books in just a little bit. Apprentice Ewok, congratulations. Apprentice, you should be getting that book here soon. Threw in some extras for you. Apprentice Ewok was the most recent winner for the last CGC unboxing. And we've got another one. We got 2 more CGC boxes on the way. And I can't believe it how quick they're getting through these. That last unboxing was rough. And Apprentice Ewok will tell you, we got some grades that we weren't expecting, at least one. And holy moly. Got to hit us up on IG when you get that box. I want to know what you think, man. Congratulations again. That was that Mandalorian one slab, and we threw some extras in. We threw some extra fun stuff in there. That's what you did. That's awesome. You did a bulk order, but we are going to go through the books. We're going to do what we usually do, go through the books, hit up the chat, go over some announcements, and we're going to talk about these three buttes right here. A fun little trade with a community member that might show up here in just a little bit. We'll find out, but I'm excited for these books and what those books could do this year because we've got something special in mind for that. But we're not going to start off with Marvel. We're going to go off back. We're going to go off backwards. We're going to go backwards and start from the tail end. Start off with Indies. Year 0, Volume 0, Issue 4. Now, the first volume was a fun read. Picked up the second volume, read the first and the second issue, just had to get to issue 3 and now issue 4. Gonna keep going with these. Nice little slow burn. Having fun with some more zombie-esque end of the world kind of, I just don't, that's kind of my jam. I do really enjoy that. I mean, as long as it's not going to go for 8, 9, 10 years like Walking Dead. Like right now, we're Walking Dead Deluxe. That's where our long-term pick right there. Luke's Comics, what is up, man? Winner number 1, there it is. Winner of the first CDC giveaway, the live unboxing giveaway was Luke. That awesome Web of Spider-Man was a 119, CDC 9.8, and Apprentice Ewok with that amazing Mandalorian number 1 CDC 9.4 win. That was awesome. Both winners here hanging out tonight. But yeah, Year 0. If you like Walking Dead, if you like thriller and horror tales, you're going to like Year 0 from AWA Upshot. Walking Dead Deluxe issue was 56 is out. I'll say it again, and I'll say it every other week. I love reading this series issue to issue every time it comes out in color. That was the big draw for me, was that we were going to be able to read this in color, because that was one of my biggest critiques of The Walking Dead originally when it was coming out, was it was in black and white. That was kind of a turnoff. That's why I never really collected the original run, although I did just start buying the trade paperbacks when they were about halfway done. Then when they announced this, I'm like, absolutely, $2.99 plus my LCS's discount. Is it still $2.99? It's $3.99 now. I vaguely remember it being only $2, gone up $1, but still with the LCS's discount, that's about $6 a month to be able to relive this issue to issue as it drops and enjoying this. The issue 56 starts off. That first page is a doozy as somebody in the group does something quite shocking. Well, there's lots of shocking things, but to open up to page 1 to see this, oh boy. I'm not going to spoil it for anybody. It's been out forever. If you've read it, you know. If you don't remember, you read it, but you kind of get the idea. Leading off, that's it for Indies. I feel like we've been responsible this week. I really do. 119, he says, absolutely. Just started reading 8 Billion Genies. First couple issues pulled me in. I'm going to try to be a little bit more, not hesitant, but a little bit more guarded and reserved with indie reading this year, because I have short box upon short box upon short box upon short box of indie reads that only went 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 issues and then just ended. And they were fun, but that's a lot of money invested over the course of a year or two for a series that kind of doesn't go anywhere. You just get a few issues, or if you, hey, I'll try out issue 1 and issue 2. I've got a lot of those. Still trying to figure out what I'm going to do with them. Maybe throw them up in little bundles on eBay for half cover price or something like that and just see if anybody's going to take them. But that's indie, and we're rolling right into Marvel. This could be a short show tonight, but for everybody that's here, we'll get the news, we'll get the updates, we'll get the books a second time around either way, as we have these back in order now. Santa Staros, number 1, cover A, phenomenal cover. I think this is really cool. Seems to be a smart play by Marvel, in my opinion. Santa Staros having the Staros clan having history leading back into the High Republic, and also Santa being a love interest of Dr. Aphra's at one point. Yeah, back in the university. She was a love interest of Dr. Aphra's. So could this be the first solo series of a supporting character that we could see with Aphra in the future? I don't know. I like to think that, like, kind of feel like Marvel's kind of building some of this stuff around this, leading up to potentially drop, or not really a drop, but to see Aphra on screen and then see supporting characters for Aphra would be absolutely phenomenal. This issue, I think, had 4 first appearances of the Staros family, essentially. Great cover A. I really think the cover price variant should have been the 1 in 25. This is absolutely gorgeous. McClay even picked this one out. And then the Black History Month variant. I don't recall if this is going to be Santa's brother, or I think it's going to be Santa's brother. I can't quite remember. I read the issue twice after dinner, but don't recall seeing this character in that issue, and maybe I should have looked a lot harder. I blaze through the book sometimes, but this is a good look cover. I love the purples in the background with the green shirt kind of in contrast. The 1 in 25 it did turn out nice, but that cover price variant I think should have been the 1 in 25. What's even better, it's a 1 in 25 for well under ratio, $9.99 at the LCS. I'm happy to pay well under ratio for Star Wars ratio books. It looks like last week that one Star Wars The Blade #2, the 1 in 25, just had people talking about it before the book drop and sometime after FOC, so it probably didn't get ordered super heavily and people were just chasing it. And don't FOMO buy those books at higher prices. Wait for them to come back down. Give it a couple of weeks. I was comfortable paying what I paid for it. I didn't want to miss out on that book. It was in really, really, really pristine shape. But it's also one of those things where if I don't keep a long running list of what I want to grab weeks later after it goes down in price, then I'm just going to forget about it, to be honest with you. And if I forget about it, yeah, I do save some money, but then I have holes in my collection. Being a capricious collector, that's something that is kind of annoying, but we're being choosy about what we're being a capricious collector on. We used to say that we would pick 4 titles a year and collect everything that comes out. And then Boom Studios kind of killed that for me because 3 of the titles I was collecting were Boom Studios, and every release had some sort of 1 in 25, 1 in 50, and then some say at the beginning of a major story arc would have a 1 in 100, 1 in 500, huge, and they were charging arms and legs. And yeah, I learned a lesson. Learned a lesson last year. Patrick says, "Yo, what is up, man? Santa looks like Lando on the cover A." It's funny you say that. I kind of thought that as well, but still a good looking cover A. Speaking of Lando, though, Santa claimed, or Santa, whoa, did I say Santa claimed to be married to Han Solo for a long time, right? And he even chased him down across the galaxy. We got to get Afra at some point. At some point, I agree with that. And I see they're releasing a first solo series of Santa, a good, solid supporting character for Afra, and a character that could completely stand on her own as well, in my opinion. I don't want to take too much from her. There was good, fun first issue. I'm not gonna lie. There was a couple of action scenes that it brought me back to the '90s with some Punisher action scenes, and I'm like, this is a good, fun read. I enjoyed it. We'll see where the first 6 issues go. Star Wars are one of those ones where I feel like I'm spending my money smartly if I'm buying Star Wars stuff because I enjoy reading Star Wars books, and I enjoy collecting them too. It seems to be a little bit more of a gamble when it comes to some indies, and I try to pay attention to what's happening in the previews magazine and find books that I like. And sometimes they just sell them so well in previews, you order them, you add them, and then you're 6 to 12 issues in, and you're like, I'm not really enjoying this. And I spent all that time and invested all that energy into collecting and reading this, and now we got 12 issues that I don't really want. Maybe we'll do some giveaway bundles of some reads. We'll see. That's it for the book. So we're gonna get into this sweet little. He hasn't shown up in the chat, but Don Davis, House of L Comics, brother. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you again. Got the package, lickety split, everything in perfect shape. Don was watching our CGC unboxing and saw our community giveaway box, and there was a slab in there that he was looking for his collection. Actually, the CGC 9.8. Action Comics 1000, the Bulletproof Comics edition, the Virgin variant that had Superman sitting on the throne. Don was like, I really, really need that for the collection. They were really pricey on eBay and online, and then the ones sold for a really affordable price, but none of them were being priced at that rate anywhere that he could find. And I'm like, you know what? That's fine. I got the book in a larger collection, I think a while ago, actually quite a while ago, before things got really busy, and just kind of figured I would do something in a community giveaway or something at some point, and kind of tucked it away and forgot about it until I found it digging through the slab boxes. I'm like, sure, this could go in there. And then he found it, and he's like, you know what? He's like, here's what I have for trade. Let's talk about a trade. And I found 3 nice little affordable books, because as we start to do more CGC submissions and we're talking to more and more community members out there, we work with Gary at Impressive Comics for cleaning and pressing books every month. We go there. Gary does CPR books. Gary does a lot of cleaning and pressing. Super professional, super awesome service. But it also dawned on me, there's many other community members out there that we want to do some work with and hang out with. The channel is partnered with Gary, and we support Gary 1,000,000% every week, every month, and send him books. And we always send out cards from Gary to people in the community whenever somebody wins a package or whenever we make a trade. But like Dustin, Two Brothers Comics has the Comic Book Chiropractor, Red Hood presses and cleans books. So I thought when I saw these books and I looked up the graders notes on these books, because they're not all 9.8s, they're not all 9.6s or anything like that. I thought these were a really good opportunity for some CPR action based on what the graders notes said. So book number 1, we'll get it right over here, is Mighty Avengers number 1. First team appearance, first Blade as the Spider Hero. I can't quite remember the notes, but the graders notes on this book were not too shabby, and I'm like, this is worth seeing if we can get a little bump at a 9.0 with just a trade invested, no money out of pocket, just a trade out of a book I had gotten a collection purchase. This is worth sending into crack and press and resubmit and see if we can get it clean, see if we can get some of the graders notes bumped out of there. That'll be worth it, I think. See what happens with that one. And then lo and behold, a little bit older, a little bit more recognizable book, in my opinion, for modern comic readers and collectors, this being a modern book. I mean, I didn't know anything about Mighty Avengers. I wasn't really collecting around 2013 all that hardcore. So I didn't see that one when it came out, but we all know the first Jubilee, right? Graders notes on this felt like it could use a little bit of a bump from a 6.5 white pages. So it's got the white pages. Let's see if we can get that above an 8.5, or let's see if we can get this in that 9 territory. Got to take a closer look at it, but based on what I saw in the graders notes, this might be worth trying to CPR. And then the last book. I almost didn't grab this one. I was crazy. Yeah, Shop for Comics is in the chat. What is up, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for being here. First Jubilee. Great book to have in any collection. And then how do I not pass up this? Like he sent me this picture and I'm like, oh yeah. I don't even have the first appearance, and this is the first time I've ever owned the second appearance. And this felt like this is definitely worth a bump, because as people continue to get priced out of the high-grade copies of the first appearance, they might be going for the second appearance. This might be a good book for somebody out in the community there. And at an 8.0 with graders notes, I felt like this has room to bump to try to get to that near mint minus or near mint status. 9.2, 9.4. I don't know. Let's hope. I'm not a professional grader. I'm not a professional CPR. But just based on the graders notes and with some conversations with some friends, I feel like that's an opportunity to bump up the second appearance of NYX. Super cool rad cover. Like the first one better, but hey, if you can't have the first appearance, why not go for the second appearance in an 8.0? So I felt like for the trade, trading out one CGC 9.8 from a DC book that I'm not a, oh, there we go. I'm not a DC collector. I got 3 little nice mini Marvel keys. Then we're going to see if we can CPR these books with a friend and see what they do when they come back. That's going to be kind of fun, because I love doing blind CGC unboxings, and it's even more fun when you CPR the books. So let's see what kind of bumps we can get this. It could be a couple of months. I don't know. CGC is unpredictable. Like right now, it's absolutely insane how quick they're sending submissions back and grading them and sending them back. Like 3 days. The last submission, if you check the channel and check the show, 3 days to grade, to unbox, receive, grade, pack, do what everything, the quality control, 3 days, and then get it shipped back out. And it's like, that is insanely fast. Holy moly. Yeah, we're getting a little bot action here. We're gonna go ahead and put that 69mega.com user on a timeout. It's bot action seems to be pretty heavy on YouTube as of lately. That's pretty funny. Let's just go ahead and we don't want to add moderator. Nope. Hide user on the channel. Remove. Report. I guess just hide user. There you go. There used to be a way to actually like kick him and ban him. Doesn't seem to be the case. It looks like we got to hide him now. But still, yeah. Daywalker, what is up? Thanks for being here. Another great member of the community that we did a fantastic trade with. Daywalker, got to see those Punisher slabs get unboxed last week. And oh boy, was that a roller coaster. Yes, absolutely. We're going to keep Kool-Aiding it up. But that's New Comic Book Day Wednesday. We're 20 minutes in. We'll do a recap as more people show up. The future is here for sure. What up, Daywalker? Yes. Holy moly. Hopefully everybody's surviving the cold temperatures. Snowstorm down in Texas, I think. That's going across social media. But yeah, once again, nothing but fun planned for the year. I'm really excited to be a part of this community and have a channel and have this doorway into the community and into everybody's homes and everybody's life. I greatly appreciate that every week. You guys I'll say it again, and I try to remember to say this every week. You guys have no idea how much energy you guys give back to me to continue my week, and it's greatly appreciated. This is very energizing. I love hanging out with you guys. Heat wave in Illinois is at 28 degrees. Holy moly. We're down in the teens and below here. But for some reason, it's going to be like 42 degrees next week. Going to be 40 below here in Maine on Saturday. Good gravy. That is going to be insane. But you guys bring so much great energy this every week. I absolutely greatly appreciate it. You guys recharge me for the tail end of the week as we get ready for another episode of The Last of Us and maybe another CGC unboxing. I don't know if we're going to do this. We'll probably do one the Friday after because I don't think the box is going to be here in time. But Dustin, the comic book chiropractor, CPR'd a Canto #1 for me. The original Canto #1 that I picked up off the shelf. He CPR'd it and actually is sending me a message right now. What time? I don't even have the box yet, and he's already asking me if we should go on Friday. I think it might be a week from this Friday before we actually do it. So we like the CGC unboxings. We asked the community. They said Friday night would be a little bit more beneficial. So we'll see. Luke's just getting here. Daywalker's just getting here. So we are going to recap the books really quick as we had a nice uneventful new comic book day with some fun reads. AWA's Year Zero, Volume 0. Say that 5 times fast. Issue 4. I got issues 1 and 2 read. I got to find issue 3 on the table over there and read issue 4 tonight. But I think we're going to have to watch Bad Batch as well. Issue 56 of The Walking Dead. I'll say it again. I love rereading this issue to issue in color, re-released in the deluxe version here. And it's very affordable to relive this story as it comes out. Santa Staros, issue 1, first solo series for Santa. It sounds like I'm saying Santa, but it's Santa. And this is fun. Like I said, a couple of action sequences that reminded me of some Punisher, some of my favorite Punisher reads in the 90s. Just some of those action sequence and great artwork. And I'm not familiar with Ireland. I'm not familiar with Ireland's writing. We'll see where this goes. I mean, it seems to be a smart play from Marvel to put another badass female lead character out there in a solo series that we can read. And it just feels like they're building up support characters for Aphra. Like we said, the Staros clan has ties all the way back to the High Republic. And she had a little fling. She had a fling or several flings with Dr. Aphra while in university and claimed to be the wife of Han Solo at one point. So character with some depth for sure. Fun read. We'll see where that goes. I don't know. I got to find out what Marvel's plan is when they do some of these side stories and characters for solos and some of these other stuff besides the main Star Wars and the main Darth Vader or the main Dr. Aphra. Besides the main stuff that runs, when they introduce some of this stuff, are they planning on just a long, ongoing run for this character? Probably not. Is it going to be 12 issues, 20 issues, 24? I don't know. Warlord, what is up? We're recapping the books right now. Cosmic One says Star Wars was a fun read. I agree. And once again, hello, Warlord. We're recapping the books. There's not much to recap. We did get the variant right there. The #1. This I thought was the 1 in 25. I really thought this was going to be the 1 in 25. McClay last night said, no, sir. The 1 in 25 is actually coming up. The Black History Month variant, great looking cover. I can't quite remember if this is supposed to be your brother, I think. I got to go back and read it again and kind of dive in. Maybe get into Wikipedia and dig a little bit more. I kind of did what I could on the fly today because I wasn't sure what I was going to be able to pick up. And then the 1 in 25, we did get the 1 in 25 for well below ratio, $9.99. Really happy with that. I love getting Star Wars ratio books well below ratio. And then holy chat jump, Josh Oliver with the $5 super chat. Once again, the mission for 2023 is the comic community. So every super chat, every super sticker, every bit of ad revenue that the channel makes stays with the channel. And we're going to buy some cool books at the end of the year. If we can get an awesome Silver Age graded key to give away to somebody, that'd be great. Or a couple of Silver Age keys or bronze, whatever, and do a nice end of the year giveaway for the community. Everything that goes into the channel is going to go back out this year. Hello, Andy in chat. Just stopped by for the quick double O. Good to see you. Catch the replay. He says, absolutely. Pocan Joe comic review. What is up, man? Good to see you. As more people continue to flood in, did you get my box today? No Solo Wookie, just the one from House of L Comics. No other packages. I will double check the steps. Sometimes some carriers run through late if they forgot something in the van. What's up? I picked up another Darth Vader 4 Daywalker. Absolutely. I think we have another one that we sent out to CGC as well. In fact, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 5 submissions that are out heading to CGC. One to Dustin, the comic book chiropractor, that has already gone to CGC and is already being shipped back. One to Red Hood Comics that has 4 books that are going to be CPR'd. And then 3 submissions to Gary at Impressive Comic Books for pressing and cleaning. Once again, the channel is partnered with Gary. And what does that mean? He shares out our content. We share out his content and his website. And his information is all down below. Remember, for the year of 2023, just use code CMA10 for 10% off your first order with Gary. Just like receiving a 10% off card if you win any slabs or if you win any books from us this year on the channel, you'll get one of those in the package as well. But there you go. Be sure to show Gary some love and click the links down below and subscribe and follow him. He puts up some great content on IG. Some of the books that he handles, really cool stuff. But that's it. Wouldn't you guys agree? This is normal. This should be the normal. $30. Not even $30, actually. Less than $30. Some good reading. Should be there in 48 hours. Thank you very much, sir. Happy new comic book day. Aggressively Relaxing says, absolutely, you guys are in the right spot. But yeah, just 6 books, four of which were Star Wars books, and then 2 indie titles. Like we said, the Santa Staros 1 in 25, as we've got more than enough time to doubly recap. The Black History Month variant right there as well. And then the cover price variant, which I loved, and I thought this was going to be the 125. The other 125 is good. I just thought that other cover price variant was a little bit better. And cover A, good looking cover as well. Good looking Star Wars cover. Better than the High Republic stuff, I got to admit. That's some better. This is some of the covers that I like. Like the High Republic stuff, not really my cup of tea. I'm still going to collect them. Completion Star Wars collector. You know, it's a slippery slope. But then the Walking Dead Deluxe 56. And then Year Zero Volume 1, Issue 4. That's the books. And for everybody else that's just showing up, we'll cover this trade really quick. Here's a good question from Luke. Will Gary submit to CGC for you after he... Yes, he will. Gary is a CGC and CBCS dealer. So you can fill out his paperwork. Well, you have to submit for a spot. I think he has spots available. I'm not positive. I don't know what his tat time is right now, his turnaround time. You could just message him to get an updated turnaround time from him and find out. And I know things were so busy at one point a year or more ago that he was taking deposits of like $10 or $20 to hold spots. And then he was messaging people as their spots became available. So it's kind of like when you submitted your deposit is when your spot got held for a certain period in the future. Now I feel like things have changed a fair bit in the market and people are submitting less books, that his turnaround times are probably substantially better. I would message him directly, and yep, everything you send to him, he'll press, clean, give you the Cadillac treatment, and send it off to CGC or CBCS for you for that matter. New Star Trek book was out today as well. What a time to be alive. There is a $25 deposit still. Are you saying for Gary or something else? Probably for Gary. But what we'll do really quick too is there's a couple of books that I wanted to buy, I wanted to pick up, and I want to know if you guys have seen yet. And this will be kind of interesting because it seemed like for a hot minute there, people weren't like specking on books. It was almost like speculating on comic book day, on new comic book day, died out. Things got quiet, right? Well, I'm here to say at least where I'm at, that changed. I don't know if it was last week or this week, but all of a sudden, as we get into this really quick, because we got a little bit more time, we'll go over that trade again a little bit. But Moon Knight was out and is being talked about as being one of the better reads out of Marvel right now, and I don't disagree with that, even though I'm not reading the title. The Black History Month variant, super cool. There was only a couple of those left at my LCS. Those got cleared out pretty hard. Pretty sure the LCS would have bought heavy on those. I think that was a regular cover price variant. That one was low for sure. And what was the other ones? And I did not see a lot of Miles Morales Spider-Man 3. I think there was just a small stack left there on the shelf. But the other book that I was looking for that we had talked about last night on Comic News Weekly, Bloodline Daughter of Blade. I really kind of wanted to read this, but I wanted to pick up this variant, the Zulo variant, after talking with McClay. This one was completely sold out. And this is just a standard cover price variant. Well, I come to find out, a few people walked in there on Wednesday, today walked into my LCS, cleared them out. The LCS had not heard or any clamor in the community or anybody talking about this. Nobody ordered heavy on it. People walked in and grabbed a couple at a time and had them cleared out in little to no time. Well, I thought that'd be a really good book to throw in the CGC submission package to have it graded, come back and throw in the giveaway box. I enjoyed it. I thought about getting a copy for myself and maybe doing a giveaway copy. Lo and behold, that one was gone. The only covers they had even left were, they had the cover A, they had the main cover for sure. They had a decent stack of those left. Then the only other cover I saw was there. I saw a Stegman, and I think that was about it. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Stegman was a ratio variant that was sitting on the shelf. I don't quite remember. It was hard to tell. There was a lot going on in the Marvel section. But that was it. The cover we were going to grab was gone. I kind of got dissuaded from grabbing a cover A to read because at that point, it's like, I don't know, I was feeling pretty happy with the choices that I was making with the books that I had. And I don't want to start over buying on stuff now that I might not fully read later simply because I had room in the budget. You know what I mean? That just, don't buy more because you finally reached a goal and finally slowed down a little bit on books. Not a ratio. It was an open order. Okay. Interesting. So maybe that one just got bought up. Saw tons of them, but got the Stegman that I had in my pull box. Blue book looks cool. Gonna grab some copies of number 1 when it comes out. Those Santa Star Wars covers had a bit more pop than usual Star Wars. I agree. Aggressively relaxing. Yeah, for Gary. So it is a $25 deposit for Gary. That's pretty awesome because then that just gets applied to your submission when it happens. I picked up the Zulu cover, I think. There you go. Very nice. We talked about Silver Surfer Ghostlight. I did not pick up a copy. There were plenty there. I feel like, I don't know. I just feel like I'm reaching a goal of not buying too many books. Like I said, I kind of want to keep going with that. Maybe I can maybe look for read laters. I'm trying not to cover buy too. Trying not to cover buy unless it's Star Wars. Heard some really good things from other people in the community about the approach. And I'm really intrigued and really kind of want to read that one. I left that one laying behind, but based on what the guy said over at the the comic army there in the chat, not just in the chat, but in the hosts were talking about the approach, and I'm kind of wanting to read it. I might read that one digitally. But lo and behold, it feels like people actually went into the LCS today with the plan to speculate on some modern books. Which was interesting because if I can find it, you guys know that Gargoyles facsimile came out today. That where did it go? That Gargoyles facsimile came out today. There was only one left on the shelf at the LCS. And I was like, I'm not in love with Gargoyles that much. And it didn't look like it was going to be a 9.8 gradable copy, so I left that one there. That's probably why I was sitting there. But surprisingly, picked through on some of the books that we've talked about this week. So it seems like people are interested in speculating again on New Comic Book Day Wednesday, which is you'll collect what you love and you'll love what you collect and collect your way, so to speak. But I'll be damned. It was kind of nice going in on Wednesday and not seeing everything on the shelves and available without being completely picked through. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. It's kind of one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, I'm king of the castle, king of like 6 p.m. at night, and things are still on the shelf. I'm like, this is kind of nice, Lo and behold, if I really wanted this stuff that bad, I would have pre-ordered off of FOC stuff and would have gone through previews. I saw Gargoyles in previews a long time ago and said, do you really want it that bad? And then I said no, and then I didn't order it. So without rambling too much on that, I ordered that one purely nostalgic buy. Yeah, like I think when Gargoyles dropped as a cartoon on TV, I was just a little out of the age range to be really sucked into it. So I saw it. I knew about it. I know where the fandom is. And I think I'm just a little out of that age range. So I just decided not to pick it up. I felt like that was something I could really live without. Approach is really good. Dang, I am going to have to read that digitally now. I didn't see issue 1 or issue 2 at the LCS. It was for sure. It was a light week. It was kind of nice. Those weeks that drop with like 4 Star Wars titles and Berserker and Something is Killing the Children. It's like, holy moly. It's nice to have a $25 week. It really is. Miles, the light week was nice. Miles was out. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't add Miles to that. Seemed like a perfect jumping on point. I think volume 6, I think is what I remember hearing. that seemed like the perfect jumping on point to read some Miles, and I completely missed it. And now we're 3 issues in, and now I'm kind of like debating, do I even bother? Either way, so here, the community trade has not shown up. Don Davis, House of L Comics, saw that blind unboxing last Friday, and as we were going through the community box for transparency, when somebody wins a book, we'll show all the books that are in there and what could be choose from, and I might jumble it up for the next one. You know, we added some heat in there, and he saw a CGC graded 9.8 Action Comics 1000 Bulletproof Edition or Bullet something edition, the Virgin variant where Superman's sitting on the throne. And House of L Comics was like, I need that for the PC. I really want that. Do you want to trade for that? I'm like, hey, look, thanks for reaching out. That's really kind of cool. It's in the giveaway box, but if people want to trade for stuff, I'm all about trading too, because that's a great great way to support the community. We trade together. It keeps people money in people's pockets and allow people to work on their collections. So Don's a big DC guy, but occasionally he gets some Marvel stuff. So we found 3 nice little Marvel keys that we were able to trade for one CGC 9.8 Superman or Action Comics 1000, that Virgin variant. So Mighty Avengers 1 9.0, but the graders notes seem like we could bump this up. So this will be a fun little submission to see if we can bump that past the 9.4 to a 9.4 or better. Is it worth the $20 to do that, to CPR crack it? It'd probably be like $30 in fees. Well, I think it is for me. I did not have very much into that book. I traded Don. I was more than happy to send it his way. A book that was selling for a couple $100 that he was really looking for. And I think there was a good sale of like $150 for a copy, but there weren't any available around that price range. So he wanted to trade, and I was happy to trade with him. Who doesn't like the first Jubilee X-Men 244 in a 6.5? Seems kind of shocking for a book this new, 1990 or 1989. Sorry. And the graders notes on this seems like we should be able to get this to bump up to like an 8. Like if we can get a 1.5, like an 8 to an 8.5. I think there was some soiling on the cover. I don't know if the soiling will come out. And I think this is one of the funnier graders notes because I think it said something about weird substance on cover. Some offhanded remark that was really silly. I'll have to show the graders notes that are with this when I can find them again. I had them saved. I sent them to Comic Book Chiropractor and said, hey, what do you think? And he just kind of giggled and said, yeah, we can give this a shot. He's like, have no fear, Andy. But then if you're going to CPR books, why not CPR the second appearance of NYX in a 8.0? Pretty low grade for another modern book that looks really good. The graders notes had the back of this looks really good too. Either way, the graders notes seem like we should be able to bump this to a 9.0 or better, in my opinion. I am not a professional grader. I'm not good at CPRing books. I can crack these out and I can give them a really good look, but it's a gamble, right? Like we traded a solid book for somebody that really wanted one for something that would be a little bit of a lottery ticket, right? It's kind of fun. That's kind of fun. And we get to enjoy unboxing it blind later to see what happens. Resin, what the heck? Resin oil? I don't know. We'll see what happens. Babel, first full appearance. Absolutely. That's New Comic Book Day. It's Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a great week. I hope you guys found some great reads. We obviously did well over here. I feel accomplished. I feel like I didn't overwhelm myself. Just 6 books. With the organizing that we've been working on here with those extra short boxes and extra hard cases, we've gotten a lot of the Star Wars collection reorganized. I mean, I got a Vader collection that's spanning 3 short boxes now. So it's like, I gotta get more short boxes. I got a Dr. Aphra collection that's spanning 2 short boxes. We got to do something about that. So I was running out of room for all the New Comic Book Day books that we were reading on Wednesdays and just kind of piling them up in other places. And I'm like, no, I got to do something about this because now I'm able to find everything like ratio variants and stuff that we do want to send out to CGC and then unbox at a later time. That's going to make life a lot easier doing CGC submissions. But holy moly, what do you guys pick up? Leave a comment down below what your favorite read was if you're watching this on the replay. Everybody in the chat has been talking about some of their other favorite reads. But that's fun. I mean, I somehow still went on for 40 minutes with 6 books and a couple of trades because you guys bring the energy every week. I absolutely appreciate that. And we're going to call it quits here for the day. It's a full appearance of Jubilee. That's what's on the cover, he says. Absolutely. And I think I have 1 raw left. Maybe we submit both of them and see which one does better. I don't know. I got to look at what grade that is on the box. Come on, Mama, laughing it up. Thank you, everybody, for another great, fantastic Wednesday. Thank you for the energy and the recharging of the batteries. You guys know how I'm going to do this, right? You guys absolutely blow me away every week. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go peace out. I'm going to go pinkies out. I'm going to catch you on the flip side for the next one. But you remember the most important part all day, every day. Take care of each other because we're all we got. And I did it backwards. But don't forget to stay original. That's the most important part. Love you guys. Have a great week. We will probably see you Monday for the next Last of Us recap. If not, we'll schedule something sooner. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Have a great week, everybody. See you soon.
Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.
Excuse me while I change. The roller buggy has made me sweaty. Yeah, sweaty.